Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another NBA 2K17 Pro and game as we find Bees from mid, wide open. He misses the shot right there. You won't see that happen too often since he has a sharp shooter, as he's going to get a steal to make up for it on the other end, giving it to Josh, who throws it down. Of course, Josh has that little slasher who just gets some absolutely ferocious posters as Michael gets the block from behind right there. That guy cocked it back just a little bit too hard. We are going against the King of Kings team today, who is leaving Michael open for three, and if you're gonna do that, gonna be a long day for you. That man's sharpshooting grand badge is already activated, and we literally just had the opening tip off as they get that contested shot to go inside. This team had a 41-20 record, which, doesn't seem too intimidating, only an elite one, but that is a 2-to-1 win ratio, so you definitely don't want to sleep on them. Well, really, in any case, you don't want to sleep on any opponent, because if you sleep on an opponent, anything can and will happen in this game, as Bees this time knocks down the three from our feed. But yeah, in this game, sometimes you see a team with a not so good record, you'll get a little bit of a big head and like, yeah, we can mess around this game. We don't have to go 100% to try to win. And in that situation, it ends up being a close game. It comes down to a couple plays in the fourth quarter. Sometimes it doesn't go your way and you lose a game you're supposed to win. So you definitely don't want to underestimate those kind of things, as we hit Josh right there from mid. That's a little piece of our offense right there. I don't know if you guys noticed, it's just where Josh has his slasher, he can also knock down that mid-range shot. So he'll cut across the paint. They got to respect that, obviously, since he's a slasher. And then when we're getting inside, it's either we take a shot, which you guys know doesn't happen too often, as Josh gets the and one layup right there. We give it to Brian for a dunk, which happens a lot. So we give it to Michael from mid right there. You got to respect the inbounder. That's the one thing, man. When someone's inbounding, you got to respect the inbounder. You can't leave them open. But yeah, we got to give it to Brian there or Josh from mid. So it's a little bit of a, three-option offense. It's up to us to make the right read. And more often than not, we do it. You see they get that and one finish inside. This dude dropping brick wall screens. Their center was actually a lockdown defender, I believe. I might be wrong, but one of those guys was a lockdown defender, and the other guy might have been like a glass cleaner or something like that, who was just dropping Hall of Fame bruiser and brick walls on everyone as Bees gets that three to go. Now Bees is going. Now they gotta start respecting my man. But yeah, a little bit of interesting offense right there, because I say lockdown defender and not paint protector. Paint protector is the center version of a lockdown defender, as Josh goes way inside and drops a man to the ground in the process as we move the ball around, eventually trying to find the open man, and it's going to be Michael. Bang! That's just good ball movement right there. Good moving without the ball as well. We don't really have any offensive plays set up. I did mention that, we had that little option play as Josh plays good defense inside the paint. Michael up ahead is going to get the ball and the finish on the little layup right there. But yeah, we don't really run any plays or anything like that. It's, sometimes Michael will set a pick at the top of the key. I'll take it as we run that little option offense once again, finding Josh from mid. They gotta start respecting that one, or else that's gonna happen all day. But yeah, we don't really do anything like too special on the offensive end. If you guys watch last year's videos, all we really did was, look for cutters and stuff like that. You can't do that in this year's game, so I think that affects us sometimes, where like people will try to look for cutters and you can't do that. So that'll bog down the offense a little bit as we actually get a turnover right there trying to hit Bees. Well, it really sucks because Bees hit the open shot right there, and it should have been a made shot assist for us and a three for Bees. Instead, here they come and they get a three of their own. So that's like a 6-point swing right there. As Michael, you see, like, he's trying to look for cutters and stuff like that. Doesn't really work. We get the ball, reset the offense, and we're just gonna hand it inside to Brian. This time, you got a guy respecting Josh's mid, and we can maybe put that up ourselves, but I like the chances of our 7-1 glass cleaner putting that up over myself personally, as we unfortunately throw a turnover right there, trying to force the ball inside, and they're gonna get blocked. Josh might have gotten a piece of that one. We get the rebound. Miss B's right there, but we're gonna get Josh inside, and he is dominating any little sliver of space, and he is throwing it down no matter how tall, no matter what archetype the man is, as you see once again the ball moving quickly without a dribble. But once again, Beast misses the open look. Brian missing that one, but third time is the charm, as they're gonna try to get some points right before halftime inside, and one finish unfortunately right there. Man got a step as we throw it to who's gonna get blocked at the buzzer, and that's gonna give us a 1-point lead heading to the halftime locker room. So that's one thing our team does right there, that we just don't really run in many plays. The other team we do that, maybe you won't see too much from the pro-ams, we actually run man defense. And a lot of times you run man defense is kind of asking to lose the game, as we do a nice little hesitation and a lob to Brian inside, finding the hole in the defense, and that was our center that was able to connect on that one, as our center once again making a play this time on the defensive end, swatting the ball. Michael to Josh, and anytime he gets ahead of steam, you know, maybe you see me open in the corner and it's like, yeah, maybe he should pass it. He's got a really good shooting percentage when he goes inside there, so I don't really mind when he does that, as Bees for 3 in the corner cashes it home. I mean, he's missing some of those open looks, but you don't want to give him that because he will heat up very quickly. And sometimes when Bees heats up, he just starts taking all kind of like crazy heat check shots that we're just like, yeah, Bees, but he's gotta live with it. Sometimes, you know, some people, you know, they'll take their crazy heat check shots and just like, you just gotta live with them. Josh will go inside the paint and force something up. Brian will take a shot over 3 people. Michael will take some crazy 3. That possession right there, though, that was all teamwork right there. That was all great ball movement, and that was just all bad defense off the inbound, and no one is guarding the man with his grand badge activated. That's just not heads up play, and there is exactly what I'm talking about. When I say Bees is feeling himself and he starts taking heat checks, that's what I'm talking about. And you even watch the video and you're like, yeah, Bees, was that really the move in transition? Look at this man go. He's trying to throw it down right there. That's the worst shot, but you know, you could move the ball around, try to get a better shot. We're gonna get the steal right there, just standing in the passing lane. 2:10 left in the third quarter. We have a nice little 9-point lead. We extended the gap. It was a close game before, as we find a little running room right there. That's what I need sometimes. Now that I have my guy at 6'3" instead of 5'11", I'm not really, you know, afraid of going inside the paint, because now I could dunk the ball. So if I get that little piece of space, I know I can make that dunk as long as I don't get blocked, or at least usually draw a foul or something like that. So I'll just run in there and try to poster someone. You know, my eyes kind of light up when I see that much space, as unfortunately we get called for a foul right there. That's one of those dumb little fouls in 2K where you will not even press a button, but your guy will reach in. 2K has been an animation-driven game for years, and that's just one of those animations you do not want, as Josh sends another man behind the baseline with his slam. Michael for 3. A little bit of a questionable shot right there. They're going to get the rebound. They're looking to push near the end of the third quarter. We're inside trying to defend it, and unfortunately, since we got called for the foul just now, that reaching foul is going to put them in the bonus. So things picking up a little bit quickly for them, and on top of that, that's good defense by Josh, better offense by them, I guess you got to say. And once again, we get called for that turnover. That time it's Michael's turnover instead of ours, but nonetheless a turnover that probably shouldn't happen, especially from someone who has their playmaking maxed out and Hall of Fame dimer and all this dumb crap that doesn't really work all the time, as Bees takes a highly contested 3 to start the fourth quarter. I don't know if my man Bees had a bet on the spread, but at the start of the fourth quarter, I feel like he was trying to tank the game. I really don't know what else to say. This man was just legitimately tanking the game. So we might have to shy away from giving him the ball for a couple of possessions. Try to go back to the hot hand, who finds Michael in the corner. They're getting a little bit scared anytime Josh starts slashing to the rim, because they're like, oh man, we need everybody in the paint possible to make sure this guy doesn't dunk on our souls. As Brian gets it down inside, a little one-on-one. I mean, that point guard was in there or something like that, but he doesn't even count as a defender against the center. As once again, we're maintaining this nice little lead right now, despite them trying to make a run when Bees was taking those weird shots. As you see Michael jumping, never want to jump on the perimeter like that, especially when you're like 6'10 or 6'11, whatever Michael's height is. Really no reason to jump in that situation. He ends up paying, and suddenly 5-point game. Just when I was praising us for, you know, getting ourselves back into the game, they cut into it. They're making one last run. We just got to convert on the offensive end, and we should be good. We did right there, finding Brian inside. They're trying to move the ball, trying to get an open look for their shooting guard, who took the most shots on their team, but he might not even made the most shots on their team. Josh was doing a good job defensively, and unfortunately, that's what I'm talking about, where we have to execute on the offensive end. No turnovers, get good shots as they're trying to drive inside, and once again, he gets that foul where I'm not pressing the button right there. It's just they call fouls in that situation. They make you reach, as Michael smartly doesn't take that shot, but then pulls this one and hits it. Hey, sometimes good offense beats good defense. I mentioned it before with their team. Now it works with our team. I guess it goes both ways. That could be the shot that ends the game, ends their chance of a comeback. And if that didn't do it, that fast break might have done it, as Brian gets the rebound right there. That's going to end the game. The end of 12-point game, about what the margin was for the whole second half. And We did good on the offensive end, scored 79 points and stuff like that. But defensive end, I'm not sure we did as good of a job as we could have right there. But hey, we got to win. Can't complain too much about it. Obviously, even if you win games, you just want to get better. You can't be satisfied. So just nitpicking at little stuff right there. I feel like we could have done better on the defensive end. But we'll just take those lessons into the next game as well as this W. So yeah, leave a like in the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more NBA 2K17 Pro-Am games and all the good stuff. And I'll catch you guys next time.